Hey everybody, I'm Mary, and this is my simple cottage life. Well, gracious me, look who's here today. She usually comes long enough to have her breakfast and then her afternoon meal or evening meal, and then she goes and sits out way past my patio and fenced in area, but still in the yard. I've watched her go into the woods, and I'm thinking she's got kittens in the woods. She is not pregnant at this point, but she was, and now she's not. So there's cats somewhere, and if I could find them, I'd bring them here. I wish she'd just get them and bring them here, but she eats an awful lot lately. She's wanting to eat every couple of hours or something. I don't know. But she goes up there and looks, and it's not to her liking. Then she goes off, and there she goes. She's going to go out through the fence. Yep. She goes out through the fence. And she usually lays down in the yard under that crepe myrtle tree in the shade. Y'all, right now it's like 70 something degrees. I think it was 51 degrees this morning. Yeah, she's gonna lay out there a while. So, all right, well, okie dokie, Mama Kitty. There's that baby. There's that sweet baby. And when I came out a while ago, there was a big stray male ginger, a great big one, probably little Ginger's daddy. And he was eating the cat food. Of course, he ran off as soon as he saw me. Ginger's under the table. She's afraid of him. He's big. Obviously, they've gotten in a confrontation before. Altercation, confrontation, whatever. And she was up in this big old tree over here when I came out, and he ran off. She doesn't like him at all. Little Smokey didn't much care about anything. She's just easy peasy. Whatever. She likes to lay usually under that big bush right there. It's very, very cool under there. Shady and nice. Yeah, there she is. Okay, I want to show y'all what I put up yesterday. I worked on it yesterday. Can't remember half the stuff I do during the day. I put this lattice up. Now, I was going to use, let me show you. Let's see. I was going to use this thing right here to put the rose on. It's really pretty. Isn't that pretty? I like stuff like that. I like what some may call gaudy. It's got roses down here at the bottom. What some call gaudy, I happen to like. So, I like a lot of stuff in my yard, obviously. So, I put this up, and look. Look how that is growing. I mean, it's flat putting the leaves on, isn't it? And it's a climber. So I want to train it on this lattice. Now, what that's going to do, let me see if I can back up where you can see. Well, I can't seem to get back far enough. Ah, there we go. Now that behind the lattice, all that in there is like utility. So I keep my tools and my ladders, my clippers, the sticks and stakes I need for plants. And it's quite a mess in there. I know it is. But, you know, I need a place to put things, all this kind of stuff, you know. So I put this up. For one thing, I needed a place to put my climbing rose. And for another thing, it sort of barricades and hides all that stuff behind it, and I can still get around it right there. Now, my poor little 4 o'clocks look terrible. They look terrible, but they're very wilted. I water them a lot, hoping to keep them alive. Some of them still are kind of perked up some, like this one right here. You know, they're still kind of perked up, not just totally limp. But I'll give them some water in a minute. But one of y'all on my comments when I was talking about them told me that these things are pretty hardy. So hopefully they will come back out and thrive. I don't know. If not, I will get some more, but Brian just grabbed them by their stalks and pulled them out of the ground. And some of them had better leaves on them than others did. Not leaves, roots. Some had roots, a whole lot more than others. So anyway, I put them in the ground and I put some good soil around them. I've given them their own little flower bed. And I will keep watering them, and let's see what happens there. So, I've cleaned up this whole corner over here. This right here is my blueberry. Not this guy. Don't get these away. My blueberry, he gets some sun, he gets some shade, he gets plenty of water, so he's doing well. These are my bulbs that Brian gave me. Look, 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 look. See this? Wisteria. It's growing, and when I stuck it in there, it was just a stick, and some of the leaves quickly died, but it came right back. And so I'm going to see about training it to go up this trellis here, and maybe on this thing right here. I think that would look so pretty to have this purple, I assume it's purple, this purple wisteria growing on that. I'm going to have to keep it trimmed a whole lot or it will get way out of hand, because I have had wisteria in the past. My mother planted wisteria in our house where I grew up, and it spread all up in the trees, but in the spring it was like an entire big wall of purple. It was, and she loved purple. It was her favorite color. So it was gorgeous, and the scent of it was just perfumed the air, and it was beautiful. It's a good memory I have of that, because she loved that so much. So seems everything else is doing pretty good. the things that Darlene gave me. They're doing pretty good. This little guy here, he's putting on new leaves. Don't worry, Darlene, I heard what you said about that bulb, and it will spread. But remember, I'm not keeping them in these pots. Here it is right here. It's doing well. I'm not keeping them in the pots. I'm just putting them in there to get them acclimated to their trip from Georgia to Texas. That's a long way. I see Mr. Ginger under the table over there. Oh, no wonder I couldn't get back far enough. I had that thing on Zoom a while ago. I know. I'm learning, still learning. And my lantana, look how big that is. It's growing really well. And I'm waiting. Keep waiting. When's that thing gonna bloom? I know it's going to. You see, but I haven't seen any. I need to get in here and pull some weeds out. Ay, 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 ay. Anyway, I can do that one when y'all aren't here. Anyway, it's certainly big and nice, isn't it? Lush looking. There's my hostas. They're looking pretty good. And this is a lantana. Ow. I think I stepped in an ant bed. And if so, I gotta look for it. Do you see the Hummer? There's a Hummer out there on that bird feeder. I mean, on the hummingbird feeder. And there's a little finch a little further on a bird feeder, and they have to have a special kind of little food. It's little black pellets is what they eat. They're with the Hummer. So I've got a bird feeder right up here. I had to clean it out this morning. When it rains around here, the moisture settles in that little trough, and it hardens that seed. Sometimes it sprouts it, and so I have to clean them out quite often. Then my hummingbird feeder, there he is again. He's on the feeder. I have to clean that out and refill it about twice a week, sometimes once a week. Well, I can't zero in on it to show y'all. And so then the finches and all the little birds are out there on those feeders. There's two of those. And the what I call the big birds, the cardinals and sparrows and that kind of thing, are on this big feeder. And all that has to be done and, taken care of on a regular basis. And then, of course, I have my cats I feed, my outdoor cats. And then I have Mrs. Key and Daisy and Thule. So no wonder, no wonder I have a shortage of food sometimes. Now, I am kidding. I don't. I have plenty to eat. I have money to buy groceries if I want to, so I'm just joking. But I like feeding my animals, my birds and my cats and my dogs, and that's important to me. I'd rather have that than buy a sandwich. And besides that, I'm not on the skinny side, so I can live off fat for a while, looks like. Anyway, I love my animals. I love all animals, all God's creatures. I love them. Here we have a skilled hunter. And this is her prey. She's been watching that lizard up there for a good 15 minutes at least. He's up there because there are some, not wasps, but dirt daubers making a nest in one of those holes. And she's trying to figure out, she's right back there now. I don't know if you can see her because of the, so look, she's doing her best to figure out. She's tail a twitching, ears a twitching. She's trying to figure out how to get up there to get that lizard. She's just not sure. She wants that lizard. I saw her yesterday with a lizard too, and I didn't come running out. Oh, he got down. See, there you go. I wasn't even here to see him get down. He was over somewhere else. I don't know where he went. He must have fallen. And she knows where he fell. Where could it be? I've seen them trapped in that netting before. I've had to get them out of that before. I don't know where he is. And apparently she doesn't either. But boy, she is having a fit to find out, isn't she? Huh. Well, what, Smokey? What? See, it doesn't take a whole lot to entertain me, y'all. Give me a cat and a lizard. You'd think you'd have more to do, wouldn't you? Well, oh, he is still up there. He's on the very end of this, right there. She knows he's up there. Okay, well, I can't help you there, Smokey. You're on your own. Smokey caught a golf ball. Smokey caught a weed. The golf ball almost got away. Aren't they fun to watch? She's just a good kitty. She plays really well by herself. Happy kitty. That's for sure.